ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we're shooting this in the absolute darkness. Well, not the absolute darkness. I love that word, darkness, because we technically have a light shining in my eyes, like ah. Damn, now I can't see anymore. But yeah, we have a light shining in the eyes, basically, and the light of the monitors is still there. But I just wanted to give my quick thoughts on Pokemon Sword and Shield, because the E3. I can't say the E3 presentation. E3 is pretty close. By the way, we'll be doing reactions to E3. More specifically, we'll be doing reactions to the ones that I care about, which you'll see when I'm doing them. Regardless, the point I'm trying to get across, I want to talk about Pokemon Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield. Alright. What did I think about it? After the very first time we saw Pokemon Sword and Shield, I was like, you know what? Meh. For reference, my last Pokemon game, the last Pokemon game I owned was Pokemon X and Y. I played X. I owned both, but I only played one. Yeah, a waste of money, I know. But I only played one. I think it was Pokemon X. I liked it, but I felt it was too easy. I felt it was too easy. You know, you can always say, oh, don't grind, don't level. But you know what? That's the fun of Pokemon. Like, grinding, having a magic card, you know, grinding that for like 10 hours, trying to like evolve it so, you know, finally it can actually fight. That's the beauty of it, you know? Yeah, that's what I like so much about it. And there's not much light from here. But, like, I felt Pokemon X and Y was too easy. After that, you know, I didn't buy Sun and Moon, not because, you know, I didn't like it or anything, I didn't play it, but I just wasn't interested. I basically hop off the Pokemon train pretty much all the time. Like, I played first gen, obviously, second gen, I was big on the first gen, like the biggest. I still got my first gen cartridge, my second gen cartridge, my third gen cartridge. I didn't own fourth gen, I didn't own the fifth gen, that's black and white, right, and sixth gen. Well, technically Black and White and Black and White 2 is 5th gen, right? So I technically owned the 6th gen, which was X and Y, and I didn't own Gen 7, which was Sun and Moon. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy Sword and Shield. More specifically, I'm most likely gonna buy Shield. Why Shield? Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, for those guys that have watched my Haikyuu videos, you know exactly what I'm gonna say. A good attack wins games, a good defense wins titles. That's a very popular saying in sports. And you know what? I agree with that. I'm generally a fan of defense. I like seeing good defense more than a good offense, in all honesty. But usually, like, a good offense is just much more entertaining. But like a good defense, like a really, because it's very rare to get a good defense. It's very rare to get like a good defense, you know, a good structured defense. But a Shield, I feel like everyone's gonna go for Sword. I feel like everyone's gonna go for Sword. And when I saw the Pokemon Zacian and Zamazenta, I believe they're called, I think that's what they're called. You know, Zacian being the Sword Pokemon, Zamazenta being the Shield Pokemon. The Sword Pokemon looks so extra. It looks so extra. It looks like a Digimon almost, like straight up. Like it looks so extra. You know, with a sword in its mouth and everything. It's like, come on, man. It doesn't even look natural. Zamazenta, you know, the shield is its main. That's neat, you know. That's not too extra, you know. It's not having a sword in your mouth, being like, how are you gonna eat or anything, you know. So I'm gonna get Shield, right? And I feel like most people are gonna get Sword anyway. So you know, me being able to trade with them is gonna be much better. But this Pokemon, like this Pokemon Direct, really sold me on the game. It really sold me on the game. I was like, you know what, fair enough. That actually looks pretty cool. I love the raids, and they look really fun. Of course, I hope they're challenging, because that's the main thing. Pokemon to me, like. Granted, I am not, you know, I don't take part in like the Pokemon World Championships and on anything of that, like the video game championships, as well as like the Pokemon trading card game championship. I do have some Pokemon trading cards actually, and I do play, not as much nowadays, but I still sometimes like go into like Pokemon trading card games online, which is obviously our PC client. I don't have that many cards. I've got a few cards here and there, but like in terms of like. Look at my Lapras GX. Ooh, my beautiful Lapras GX. But yeah, I don't. It's not really a rare card, really, but I'm trying to show it off. Like, basically, if you look at my folder, it's pretty much empty, right? I wanted to like put like I think it was a whole Sun and Moon booster box in here. I started collecting a little bit again because I used to, you know, pretty much empty. Have it all, you know, by number ordered. I don't have that many cards in all honesty, but Yeah, you get the drill. You get the drill, right? You get the drill. I do have a few cards. I do enjoy the Pokemon trading card games quite a lot. I enjoy watching the competition. I enjoy, if you ask me, really, I enjoy watching pretty much any type of competition if it's high level of something. But I do enjoy like watching the Pokemon Championship games, as well as what's the YouTube channel called? It's like, I don't know what it's called right now, but I think it's like called like Swift Darkness or something like that. That basically makes like videos of how good was X, Y, and Z Pokemon competitively. For example, how good was Arcanine competitively? You know, that channel that does that. Because I am interested in the competitive scene. I'm not that great of a Pokemon, master. For those guys that have followed my Pokemon streams, you would know. Granted, Gen 1 has a lot of jank, but like I do actually quite interestingly follow the competitive scene. I'm not like watching it like daily or something. Like once a year or 2 times a year, I'll just like watch one video and then I'll get hooked and I'll watch like 20 videos and then I'm like I won't care about it for the rest of the year, and then come back and like watch one video and then watch like 20 videos and basically like that. So I do come back to like every once in there. But what did I think of Dynamax? I get what they're going for. It having a free turn limitation, I think that's a good thing, because obviously the big part of everything else was that it feels all the other evolutions can kind of feel like getting rewarded, but like also having a limitation of like it can only happen to like it's gonna happen throughout the whole battle. And in a way, it made some very overpowered Pokemon, and it didn't help some underpowered Pokemon. So I feel this is going to be much more balanced. At least I hope so. But I just don't like it. You could say, yeah, you know what? Pokemon season. By the way, I have said this before, and I will stick to it. One of these days, I am going to react to all Pokemon seasons. That will be the longest challenge so far, but one of these days, I will get to it. Like maybe like in a year or two. So I'll start it, right? Because I've really only watched like the first Pokemon season until is it Orange Islands? Until like Charizard versus Dragonite, that battle. And after that, I basically like watched like maybe like an episode or 2 here, and that was really that. But like I want to like go back and watch everything basically. I'm gonna react even to episodes that I've seen like from first gen, and like react to all that, because I want to go through the whole Pokemon series, right? But the point is, Dynamaxing, Pokemon getting big. First season of Pokemon of the anime, you could say, that was already featured there, because you've had a giant Pikachu, you've had that giant Alakazam versus Gengar battle, and it's like, yeah, they're trying to lose and a giant Dragonite, of course, it was as big as a light tower. You could say, yeah, they're trying to like tie some things in and whatnot. Fair enough, you could say that's the case, but I don't know. To me, my issue isn't that the Pokemons are getting bigger. My issue is specifically that like the rendering of the Pokemon, first of all, they've got low texture, low or medium texture. It's not really high texture. It's like making them bigger and expanding them to such a huge size, doesn't look that pretty, and it just looks kind of bland in a way. Like it doesn't look entertaining. Now I won't actually get into the rumors. I'll get into the rumors at the end. Like I'll make like from here on out you can like stop watching the video, so I'll get to that later. But like yeah, I'm not that big of a fan of Dynamaxing. Match rate battles, amazing. The wild area, bellissimo. Or or some shoot, what's the guy's name? The One Piece Treasure Cruise YouTuber always says, Danke Bandai. Well, in this case, it's not Bandai, it's the Pokemon Company, it's Game Freak, but Danke Game Freak, yeah? The wild area looks great. The wild area looks great. I can't wait to be totally honest here. Story-wise, I'm not a big fan of like these friendly rivals, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I much prefer like Gary Oak, like smell you later, and then when you kill his Rattata, he's like crying and everything, like I much prefer that. Just saying, right? Most important thing for me will be the after game, like not the actual game itself, but the after game, because I feel like that's been really what's lacking lately. there has been no real challenge. I feel like after the game, which is what was my big disappointment of X and Y when I played it. Like I found the original story to be pretty compelling, but like once I finished the game, it's like there's not much more to do. Like it's pretty much it, So I'm hoping like after I finish the game, there's a lot more to do. I think Gen 2 probably had the best after game with being able to go back to Kanto and whatnot. I really enjoyed Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green too, with the what's it called, Sevi Islands. So overall, I'm gonna get Shield. Looks interesting to me, and I'm interested in it. That's really what it boils down to. Now here comes the spoiler talk, and we don't know how accurate these are. These are from 4chan, my favorite place. But like the people that made this, the people that wrote the spoilers, they actually had information about the game beforehand. Like they wrote the spoilers about a month ago, and in those spoilers they even mentioned Hop being the rival, for example, or the Legends being I don't think they actually mentioned it by name, but like Zamazenta, I think they mentioned like basically a dog with a sword in its mouth and another lion, dog, wolf-ish creature with a main shield. So I'm gonna go into the spoilers also. If you don't want to hear spoilers, click away. All right. Apparently there's Gigantamaxing, which is like another form of Dynamaxing, just different. Okay. New forms. New forms is what I'm waiting for. Like new forms, like new Pokemon forms. Like I think Meowth, for example, has like a a new form. Pikachu has a new form. Like it's basically Alolan forms but different. That's what I can't wait. That's what I can't wait for, because I didn't play Sun and Moon, and the only way I know these Alolan Pokemon is from the Pokemon trading card games, honestly. And seeing how some of the Alolan Pokemon are very effective in the actual competitive game. So I'm looking forward to that. Like quite frankly, I'm looking forward to that. And it seems like very compelling. Obviously, E3 is just around the corner, so we're probably gonna get like a ton of more information, which is gonna be great. I can't wait. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really didn't talk much about the spoilers, in all honesty. Like, yeah, I don't feel like it, but I'm looking forward to it. That's just my thoughts though on Pokemon Sword and Shield. Let me know if you want to hear more thoughts of me of gaming specifically. I was thinking of earlier today of making like a gaming channel. I've got a gaming channel, which I upload like One Piece Treasure Cruise videos. But like more so a gaming news channel, But I don't know, I could just talk about it on here as well, in all fairness. But let me know, let me know whether you want to hear my thoughts or not. Whether you want to hear more news about gaming from me. Because there's certainly a lot of games that I do want to talk about. For example, my favorite Zelda games of all time. For example, my favorite video game music of all time. For example, my favorite blades in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, or my favorite wishes of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, or how I'm going to talk about Xenoblade Chronicles for a while of Chrono Trigger so much. All these kind of videos that I really want to do. Just share my mind, talk about everything. Let me know if you want to hear that. Let me know, because I could talk about it for hours and hours. Like this video was supposed to be like 2-3 minutes long, and now it's 13 minutes long because I love talking about it. So I will see you all next time, everybody. Until then, have a nice day and peace out.